N, Hyundai's first SUV-based N performance car has finally been unveiled through Hyundai N-Day world premiere, after much anticipation and speculation at the same time. And to start off, it's quite a looker, as it takes already sharp-looking Kona compact crossover to a different level with a wider stance, deeper front bumper, side skirts with a prerequisite oversized rear wing to complete the transformation into a legitimate street racer. The race cred is affirmed by the Kona N's running gears that have been transplanted from the highly acclaimed Veloster N Coupe, which now is the fastest front-wheel drive car in the world with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 4.8 seconds. Fans of the sports compact and the Hyundai's N division should be delighted that the Hyundai's first N crossover will inherit all the goodness of the Veloster N, with its newly developed 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, which is the only transmission choice, combined with the N-specific performance-enhancing functions, and last but not least a powerful 2.0 liters turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that made Veloster N a force to be reckoned with in the sports compact scene. For the Kona N application, the horsepower rating is the same at 276 horsepower, but the torque improves to 289 pounds-foot from 260. Furthermore, it could even be overboosted to 286 horsepower to provide an additional surge of power for 20 seconds when combined with the sophisticated 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission, and maximize transmission response through the N car's unique N-Grin shift or NGS function. So, you would think that all the fans would be ecstatic now that the Veloster N's performance can be combined with the versatility of an SUV. Not really, unfortunately, as the reception is not all that enthusiastic. This is because Hyundai has decided to remove the highly anticipated all-wheel drive from the full N version while AWD is still available in the lower N-line trim. This angered a lot of potential buyers as they were eagerly waiting for the first N car with all-wheel drive performance potential. This is understandable because AWD added to the already potent Veloster N running gears would take the performance of the compact crossover to a next level, right? Well, not quite. Unfortunately, if you look at the performance characteristics of the aforementioned Kona N-line that's powered by a still very frisky 1.6 liters turbo engine that produces 195 horsepower and 195 pounds-foot of torque, there was almost no difference between the 0 to 60 time of the FWD model and the AWD model. In fact, the front-wheel drive was actually a bit faster at 7.3 seconds versus the all-wheel drive 7.7 seconds. We suppose that in such a light car, the added traction simply can't overcome the added weight of the AWD drivetrain. FYI, the additional weight for the all-wheel drive was 75 kilograms or 165 pounds, equivalent to carrying around an additional adult passenger. So now that you know why Hyundai decided to drop the all-wheel drive, your unwarranted disappointment and maybe even anger against Hyundai should be dissipated. You should have trusted that someone like Albert Biermann, the former BMW M division director that now heads the N program for Hyundai, would not foul up when it comes to delivering ultimate performance. What Mr. Biermann has ended up delivering with the Kona N- the AWD is a lighter and more playful car worthy of the N moniker. However, if you are still worried about the traction, there is no need because, unlike the Kona N-line model, the top echelon Kona N will receive the same electronic limited slip differential that made Veloster N one of the best handling track day cars on the market. Even if you were to take Kona N in the snowy conditions, the ELSD with a good set of snow tires will be more than sufficient to pull you out of any jams. However, if it's AWD that you must have, we could divert your attention to the new Tucson N-line. The Tucson N-line is the second-phase Tucson model that reflects Hyundai's effort to attract sporty-minded customers to the all-new fourth-generation Tucson. The Tucson N-line is also a spectacular-looking SUV with additional muscular bodyworks all around that could rival some of the most expensive exotic SUVs sheerly on looks, especially when combined with the aggressive-looking 19-inch black alloy wheels. However, the N-line doesn't actually get any performance enhancements. It uses the same 2.5 liters naturally aspirated 4-cylinder as other non-hybrid Tucson models, rated at 190 horsepower and 182 pounds-foot of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission with the availability of all-wheel drive. It does however receive N-line exclusive appearance improvements such as an N-line specific grille, front bumper, rear spoiler and badges, along with black headlamp bezels, special 19-inch black alloy wheels as mentioned before, black side mirrors and window surrounds, and dual tailpipes. Exterior colors for the N-line are ash black, white pearl, Titan gray, or red crimson, with the red an exclusive color to the N-line. If you like the idea of a larger and more versatile proper SUV body that you can get with Tucson that features a wheelbase of 108 inches and the maximum cargo space of 73.8 cubic feet with the second row folded, over Kona's 102.4 inches and 45.8 cubic feet, respectively, but want more power? Consider Tucson Hybrid with a combined power of 230 horsepower or even the upcoming 261 horsepower plug-in hybrid. Both hybrids are mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission and come with an all-wheel drive. However, due to the additional weight of the motors and batteries, it won't be much faster than the base 2.5 liters gasoline model. All three models will achieve 0 to 60 in around 8 seconds. Still wished if they would give you that elusive turbocharged 2.5 liters engine that was anticipated in the Tucson N-line model when the news first surfaced. Well, we may have found a solution for you with this too. And it oddly comes in form of an SAV or sports adventure vehicle as Hyundai calls it. Incredibly, the first truck from Hyundai, which is essentially a Tucson with a truck bed, will feature a turbocharged 2.5 liters engine that it borrows from none other than the likes of Genesis G80, GV80, and GV70 luxury cars. For the application in Santa Cruz, in addition to the 190 horsepower 2.5 liters naturally aspirated engine that it shares with Tucson, the optional high-output engine will pump out 281 horsepower and 310 pounds-foot of torque mated to 8-speed DCT. This would be plenty of power to allow a small truck to dash around in confidence in any situation. We do find the usage of dual-clutch transmission somewhat odd for a truck that has more robust requirements. But Hyundai says that the unibody crossover Santa Cruz is not a truck, and for our comparison for the ultimate sports compact crossover, it works out nicely. That being said, however, even with the additional power and the DCT, it is highly unlikely that 4,200 pounds Santa Cruz can out-hustle 3,200 pounds Kona N. The turbocharged Santa Cruz SAV's estimated 0 to 60 time is just under 6 seconds, and it will pale in comparison even further if pitted against the Kona N, equipped with a DCT with N-specific features like N-Power Shift or NPS that automatically engages to cycle through upshifts for maximum torque delivery, as well as N-Track Sense Shift or NTS, which similarly kicks on by itself. Adjust shift timing for optimal performance, in addition to the aforementioned NGS overboost feature. In conclusion, maybe it's about time that we stop making our minds wander to find something better than Kona N. There are rumored N version of the Santa Fe as well as even the large 3-row Palisade that was a part of an April Fool's joke a few years ago, but they are very unlikely as the current shift is towards electric vehicles. With the estimated 0 to 60 time very close to that of Veloster N, Kona N is the most athletic SUV not only in Hyundai's lineup but would be one of the fastest mass-market internal combustion SUVs aside from the likes of Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk that's nearly $100,000 in price. The estimated price for Kona N is $35,000 when it's released for sale later in 2021. The Tucson N-line and the Santa Cruz 2.5T should is similarly priced at $32,000 to $35,000. So, for the end of the video question, which would be your choice? The Kona N that's light, fast and nimble, the stylish Tucson N-line, the turbocharged Santa Cruz with the versatility of a truck bed, or maybe just a simple and straightforward Kona N-line AWD is all you need. Please vote your favorite and express your opinion by clicking on the link in the comment section after enjoying the following world premiere presentation of Kona N. Thanks for watching AutoVision, your best source for the fastest Korean car news and rumors. Your support by commenting, liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell will be greatly appreciated.
Hello and welcome to the first ever N-Day. We are delighted to have you join us along with so many enthusiasts around the entire world. Because today, we are not only revealing the next model in the N family, but also envisioning N's future direction of electric performance. Let's all get started. N is Hyundai's high-performance brand for a good reason. N stands for Hyundai's Namyang R&D Center in Korea and Nürburgring Test Center in Germany, where all our N models are developed and tested. That's why we say N is born in Namyang and honed at the Nürburgring. But there is more to it. Hyundai N is truly inspired by the cars of racetracks and winding roads, where drivers experience the thrill of cornering, braking, and accelerating all at once. It is here in the chicane of every road where you feel the true essence of the N philosophy. N consists of a unique DNA. We believe every corner should be carved with precise control. So every N is equipped with an N power sense axle and an N corner carving differential. The result? A corner rascal with a tight, perfectly balanced drive for that grin on your face. N is for everyone and every need, not just racetracks or highways. It is your perfect everyday sports car for your commute and everyday errands. All N models are built to perform directly on track. It's straight from the garage to the grid, just as it is. Here at N, our mission is to push the limits of performance, to help you discover how fun driving can be. With N, you will never just drive, because getting from point A to B should never be boring. Every corner is a chance to hit the apex. Every straight, potential goosebumps. Every tunnel is an orchestra, and every red light is a starting grid. At the end of the day, driving passion is universal, and that passion transcends technology, whether it is petrol, electric, or even hydrogen-based. And now, I'd like to introduce Thomas Chimera, the Global Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor Company.
Well, thank you, Till. The history of N isn't that long, but it's quite special. Announcing Hyundai's participation in the World Rally Championship with the N logo marked the start of our N brand. Both in factory and customer racing, we achieved remarkable results. Needless to say, we are very proud to chalk up 2 consecutive World Rally Championship and World Touring Car Championship titles over the last years. From the very start, motorsport has been a core foundation for N production models. Our R&D center in Namyang, the European Technical Center at the Nürburgring, and the Hyundai Motorsport division are playing a huge role in developing enthusiastic products. We also started N with a clear ambition towards electric performance when we introduced N as a sub-brand at the Frankfurt Motor Show in 2015. Powered by the world's first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell, the N 2025 Vision Gran Turismo concept, ever since, is the embodiment of our electric performance direction. Moreover, our rolling lab concept, the racing midship, also enables us to test and develop high-performance technologies. Consequently, in 2017, we introduced our first N model in the market, the i30N. The i30N was highly praised by press and fans globally. In particular, we'll never forget the moment when we celebrated the birth of the i30N together with our first edition customers at the Nürburgring. Then we consequently extended our N model lineup by launching the Veloster N and the i30 Fastback N. This year, the N family continues to grow. We just introduced the i20N in Europe successfully. More enthusiastic models, and that's what I can promise you will follow soon. So what's next for N? Sustainable driving fun. This is the name of the game. Ever since we presented the hydrogen-powered N 2025 Vision Gran Turismo concept, sustainable driving fun has been N's way of realizing Hyundai's vision of progress for humanity. Now it's time to make that vision become reality. No matter whether it's battery electric or fuel cell electric, or even more interestingly, a combination of both. Our participation in the Electric Touring Car Championship with the Veloster N ETCR shows our readiness for electric racing. The technology of the racing midship, ARM20E, which was introduced at the Beijing Motor Show last year, gives a solid basis for future N models. Of course, there can be changes to the future shape of the RM to suit new power sources like hydrogen. Well, let's see how our rolling lap story continues. However, I'm quite sure that N will set a new standard for an enthusiastic electric driving experience. If that hasn't whet your appetite yet, then I have one more thing. As you all know, our new electric global modular platform EGMP has a huge potential. That's why, I guess, we'll have the first fully electrified N model based on
Welcome everyone, I'm Albert Biermann. Yes, it's Kona N, the fifth in the N family, the first performance SUV N. We call Kona N a hot SUV because it's a fun machine that looks like an SUV, but is actually a hot hatch inside. And when you take it for a spin, we're sure you will see it that way too. Kona N fully meets our N philosophy. It's a corner rascal, it's everyday sports car, and of course, racetrack capability is there. I have to admit, it wasn't that easy, especially since we wanted to keep the Kona's SUV versatility and high ground clearance. We want to bring the N heartbeat to many customers. So we chose the beloved Kona base model to provide a performance vehicle that could suit the various needs of different lifestyles. To make this the hot SUV, our engineers went through countless tuning sessions for the chassis, the engine, the DCT and the sound. We took the Kona N around the Nürburgring so many times to make sure it could make corners on a fun level like the i30N or the Veloster N. But enough with small talk. It's time to let the Kona N loose. Here to demonstrate just what this hot SUV can do is a very special colleague of mine, N-Man. N-Man, are you ready? All right, los geht's. And here we go. Listen to that 2-liter turbocharged GDI engine. This is something that gets your heart pumping. The Kona N cranks out a max power of 280 PS and a max torque of 40 kg force meter. With N grin shift, the max power is enhanced to 290 PS, maximizing driving fun. Thanks to improved tuning at high RPM, both acceleration and torque are available for longer, which means a longer and brighter grin on your face. As you know, N models shine in the corners, one of our core values when building N. The Kona N is no different. To make sure it had the strength to handle performance driving, we made the body more rigid and reinforced the structure by improving body weight and at the same time adding forged wheels, aluminum lightweight knuckles and strut ring structure. Everyone knows when carving corners, you want to brake deep into the corner and also keep the balance of the car for a smoother exit. With the Kona N, you can take cornering to the limit with not only N's total chassis feature, but also with a strong brake system. The high-performance friction material of the brake pads, along with bigger front and rear disc, help maximize heat endurance. Now I know you car friends are looking at those rims. N-man, can you stop? Yes, they are 19-inch forged wheels, light, strong, and track ready. Let's talk about the ELSD, our N corner carving differential, which minimizes understeer and creates that joyful corner carving feel. Our engineers tune it specifically for each N model to give precise feedback and driver connection. Especially for the Kona N, we made sure to give it enough traction so you can drive it anywhere, on track, picking up the kids, or driving in slippery road condition. N-man, to the streets, please. The Kona N comes with the N-Grin control system with its optimized drive modes, which offer relaxed daily driving in normal and dynamic track driving in N mode. In normal setting, you don't have a problem with your family sitting on the back seat. However, in N mode, the all-new Kona N completely transforms into a track machine. N-man, I think our friend could use some help. How about we give him a ride? N-man, please initiate the N-Grin control and deliver those pizzas as fast as possible before they get cold. Well done, my friend. That's definitely a wolf in disguise. Who knew SUVs could drive like this? Now that we've saved the day, let's talk about design.
Hey everybody, my name's Simon Loseby. I'm head of Hyundai Design. When the Kona was launched back in 2017, it made quite a splash in the BSUV segment with its unique and unconventional style. Kona's youthful and adventurous spirit appealed to customers of all ages. And after years of anticipation, with a serious upgrade from N, the Kona N has finally arrived as a proper performance SUV for all driving enthusiasts. The main visual impact of the Kona N is the wide and powerful stance. This confident stance comes from the combination of body-colored fenders and 19-inch wheels that have wider track than the other wheel options. The body-colored fenders emphasize the rich volume of the muscular body whilst pushing the N-specific 19-inch forged wheels to all four corners and boosting its powerful visual aggression. On top of this, the Kona N looks ready to attack every road thanks to the aero-optimized performance details. In particular, the double-wing roof spoiler with integrated N-specific triangular brake light, which enhances downforce and completes a really eye-catching rear view. And the wide, lower air intake dominates the front bumper with a shape inspired by an aeronautic fuselage. Not only does this look great, but it also helps to cool down the car when the brakes get hot. Another thing you don't want to miss in the Kona N design is its exclusive new awesome color called Sonic Blue. We kept the N's signature blue hue and developed the most optimized color for the SUV body type. The Kona N is the very first and at the moment the only N model that can wear this Sonic Blue. a special new signature color for you, our enthusiasts. Now, you must also want to hear about the interior. Kona N's dynamic driving spirit seamlessly flows from the engine to the exterior and to the interior, of course. N-specific details, such as the steering wheel, seats, the shift knob, and metal pedals, set the tone for your driving mood. And the contrasting blue highlights against the black interior remind you of the Kona N's main mission, exhilaration. The overall goal was to make an intuitive and entertaining driving environment and to awaken your emotions, because when driving N, you never just drive. Maybe Albert Biermann can elaborate a little bit further.
Thank you, Simon. When it comes to the driver interface, we asked the high-performance enthusiasts and came up with 3 key features to make your driving experience more thrilling than ever. First are the customizable driving modes, which respond instantly. The second is the head-up display in N mode that features the 4 information stats drivers look at most. Just keep your eyes forward and it's all there. The third feature is the one-circle design of the digital cluster, which lets you glance quickly at all other information. It's so great to drive Kona N. Maybe we can share this feeling with someone. Hey N-man, let her take the wheel. When some of the hardcore petrolhead media say that the N-DCT is more fun than the fantastic N manual transmission, our engineers must have created something really special. The 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission of the Kona N allows for faster shifting and increased acceleration. Combined with the displays and the intense feedback, the N-DCT provides an immersive driving experience that's both exciting and entertaining, no matter what kind of driver you are. Even when enjoying the comfort of an automatic transmission, Kona N drivers don't have to miss out on the push feel of a manual shifting. With N Power Shift, the Kona N is enjoyable as ever. Pushing you forward and pulling you backward as your driver, you will never get bored. N-man, let's make that grin even brighter. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's bring the car back. Hello? N-man? Please bring the car back.
Looks like they're enjoying themselves. No doubt, that's what Kona N was made for, and that's why we call it a true hot SUV. I guess we enthusiasts finally have a performance car the whole family can enjoy. Speaking of enjoyment, we hope you enjoyed our first N Day. Thank you, and remember, never just drive. Make every driving moment count.
There's more to driving than getting from A to B. It's not just hitting the tarmac, but owning it. It's choosing a road with the most curves, not the shortest. Not just logging in, but drawing a crowd. Not just jumping, but reaching the top. So never just push the pedal. Listen. Hear the roar. Never just embrace new tech. Ignite it. Never just take a corner. Find its limit. Remember, never, ever just go from A to B. Never just drive. Hyundai N.
I've been fighting everything you say. I've been trying to go